Hello there. I am reporting live from my bed. It is just before 5 p.m. and at 4 o'clock today I finished writing the final chapter of my PhD. I set out today with the intention of starting and finishing my conclusions chapter, which is basically the chapter that ties everything together, shows the whole story from start to finish. And it was actually quite emotional to write about my story from start to finish and see how it all linked together, and it was really nice to see how I've contributed with my research to the bigger picture. I was kind of dreading writing the conclusion because I finished my introduction and my final results chapter earlier this week, and I didn't really have the creativity or the motivation to write the conclusion, but today that motivation came from somewhere. But yeah, now I feel like I've deserved a nap before going out for dinner tonight. This vlog is probably going to be the final vlog. Actually, no, that's a lie. I was going to say this will probably be the final vlog of my PhD, but I plan to vlog the Viva preparation process as well, which won't be until April that I'll do that. But yes, this will be the final vlog of my thesis era, let's say. So this week has been very busy, but it's been so productive, and I just received an email from my supervisor with corrections for my final results chapter, and he said, very nicely written, well done. And I haven't looked at the corrections, that can wait until tomorrow. And I'm just waiting for my introduction to get back. I'll send him my conclusion, hopefully that's okay. And then we just have to format it all together, make my table of contents, make my figures and tables list, my list of abbreviations, my acknowledgements, and then it can be sent off. We're still aiming for next Friday, 24th of February. We're going to have a meeting, me and my supervisor, to look over the PDF version of the thesis to make sure everything looks okay, and then we're going to submit it to the graduate school. I should add that this week I've also been passing on some of my knowledge on how to conduct a bioassay to some of my lab mates to keep the bioassay within our lab. So I've been juggling that while trying to finish chapters, which has been a bit challenging, but it has been a little bit nice to be doing some training. My brain can't function, can you tell I'm tired? It's been nice to have been training my lab mates, and yeah, to be passing on my knowledge before I leave my lab. It's all feeling very real now, I'm not going to lie, and I just wanted to jump on and document this moment as it's a pretty big day. But for now, I'm gonna have a nap and I will tune in with you sometime soon. Hello my YouTube friends and happy Monday. So today is Monday the 20th of February, and I am handing in my PhD thesis on Friday the 24th of February. So we have 4 days to finish this thesis. I think it was last week when I last vlogged when I finished my conclusion. I have now got the corrections for my conclusion, and I have the corrections for my introduction and for my final results chapter, and I've been working my way through them. There's really not very many corrections to do, which is fabulous. And yeah, we don't have very many things to do before submitting the thesis on Friday. Today I'm going into the lab because I have a meeting with my supervisor this afternoon, and I want to use the powerful computer in our lab there to just do some thesis bits. Today we are working on my acknowledgements and all of the kind of fiddly bits that come before I start my actual thesis. So the thesis has like your title page with your name and your title, you've got a declaration, you have a dedication, you've got acknowledgements. I'm going to have a COVID impact statement because COVID has really impacted my PhD. So just to make it very clear to my assessors which parts of the thesis were really affected by COVID. My lovely friend Joelle from my lab is making my table of contents for me because when I tried to combine everything on Word the other day just to kind of see how it would go, it messed up all of the formatting. Some of my tables were cut in half, some of the figures were all over the place. So I've decided, this was advice from my supervisor, that I'm going to manually kind of change all of the page numbers. So from one chapter to the next, they are, linear, I guess, in order. And then I'm going to make everything into PDFs, and then I'm going to combine all of the PDFs together. So because of this, it means that I can't make a table of contents through Word because I'm not combining all the documents together. So yeah, my friend Joelle, who is a wizard with computers, she is going to make me a table of contents on latex, I think it is. So it's all good. I've been working with her, sending her all of my headings, all of that, and we are well underway. So yeah, my meeting today with my supervisor is to just go over some corrections that he gave me for my last results chapter. There's just a few things that I'm unsure of before I actually do the corrections. And yeah, this week is going to be relatively chill, to be honest, because we're basically done. We're not stressed. We already feel like there's a weight been taken off of my shoulders, but I'm just going to take you along this week anyway, because I want you guys to be there when I submit my thesis on Friday. Hello. It is 7:30 and it is still Monday at this point. I had a semi-productive day, got some chapters corrected and finalised. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, goodness me. I've had dinner, but now I'm feeling a bit restless, I'm not going to lie. It's true what they say, that your PhD hangs over you until it is completely finished. So I think I might try and do a little bit of work just to try and get this urge out of me. I honestly just feel really restless. So I think I might do something a bit mindless, like compile together my list of tables, my list of figures while I watch some TV, but I feel like I need to be doing something PhD related, if that makes sense. I'm going to be working from home tomorrow, so I'll tune in with you in the morning or later on to update you, but probably in the morning.
6.5 hours later.
It is, what time is it? 1 second, I need to check what time it is. It is 5 to midnight. What is going on with my hair? It is 5 to midnight. I finished my table of contents, which took me such a long time, and I don't want people to comment and say, why did you not just generate a table of contents in Word? I will explain why not tomorrow, but for now I'm very, very tired. I also made my list of figures. I just need to add the table numbers once everything is finalised, and I know that I won't be, moving things around. But tomorrow I will tell you about the table of contents saga, but for now I'm going to get ready for bed and go to sleep. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Hello friends, happy Tuesday. It's the 21st of February. We have 3 days until I hand in my thesis. Excuse what I look like. Honestly, I have not got dressed properly or anything today because I've just been at home and I wanted to crack on with getting things sorted to submit this thesis. So I promised you that I would explain the table of contents saga. So basically my friend Joelle in the lab is an absolute wizard with latex. So she was going to prepare a table of contents for me because as a trial run the other day, I tried merging all of my separate chapter documents together because I've been writing my chapters in separate documents. Just so my laptop doesn't get overwhelmed, I thought this was the easiest way. And when I tried to insert the chapter files into one big document, it messed up the formatting completely. So for example, I had tables, which were landscape, they were chopped in half. I had figures, which half of the figure was missing. I'm doing 1.5 spacing. That was messed up in a lot of places. My paragraph indents were mixed up. Anyway, you get the gist. The formatting was crazy, so that seemed like quite a big obstacle if I was going to merge everything on Word. So my supervisor has suggested to me that I manually do the page numbers on each of the documents, i.e. if chapter 1 finishes at page 33, I manually make the page numbers for chapter 2 start at page 34, if that makes sense. So I do all of the page numbers for all of the chapters, then I make all of the chapters PDFs, and then I combine all of the PDFs together. Yes, it sounds a little bit more complicated, but in theory, because Word is rubbish, I'm never going to get sponsored by Word or Microsoft anyway, so I think I'm allowed to say at this point that Word is rubbish. This is just the easiest way to do it based on my experience. So that means that because I'm not combining all my documents together, I have to make my own table of contents. So let's go back a step. So as I mentioned, Joelle is good at latex. It was getting kind of complicated in latex to make the table of contents, so I actually found a template online which has everything lined up for you already with the you know, you can make the headings here and it's got the page numbers here. But that meant that I had to copy and paste all of my headings, subheadings, make sure they were like indented a little bit for each of the subheadings, all into this document. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me about 3 hours last night. So there's that. I can't change the page numbers until I have finalized all of the chapters and I know what all the page numbers are. So that's something that I will probably do tomorrow, I reckon. But update on today, I have completed my corrections for chapter 2 and I have fixed some things that I've just been putting off fixing in my other chapters, and all of my chapters are now ready to go. I just need to check over the formatting, put the page numbers in before making them PDFs. So that is great. So now the last things on my list, I'm just looking at my Notion to-do list here. I need to write the acknowledgement section. I need to write my COVID impact statement because my supervisor advised that I do this because my PhD has been greatly affected by COVID. So just to point out exactly which parts were affected the most. I need to add my page numbers to the table of contents, but I can't do that until I've added the page numbers to the chapters. I need to make sure all the formatting is correct. You know, I've got the right font size. Everything looks okay before I make the PDFs. I need to make my table list. My figure list I have done. And I also need to make a list of abbreviations. And then once all of that is done, I can merge all of the PDFs together and we are ready to submit. So yes, we're very much on track. I realised I just rambled on for like 5 minutes there, but I wanted to give you a proper update on what's happening. And yeah, it's 2:30 currently, and I'm just going to try and do as much as I can today, because if it means that I can have more time off before I start my job, wonderful. I can't remember if I mentioned, but on Friday morning I have a meeting with my supervisor to go through the PDF document together just to make sure everything looks okay, and if he gives me the thumbs up, we will submit it on Friday afternoon. Woo! We are so close now. Honestly, I'm so excited. It's beginning to feel very real, guys. I've made my cover page and I'm doing all these little bits like my declaration and stuff. But now it is 3:10 and I need to have lunch, so I'm gonna go and make something to eat. Hello, final update for today. I have successfully made 3 of my chapters into PDF version and I have updated the table of contents with all the table numbers. Everything is looking good so far. I also wrote my acknowledgements earlier, which made me cry a little bit, I'm not going to lie. And I just have to write my 300-word abstract and to finish the other chapters and putting the page numbers in tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow we can combine everything and we will be ready to go for Friday. I really hope this vlog hasn't been too boring, but I just kind of wanted to keep you updated on this progress during this week because it is the final week and it's the final push and I just wanted to bring you along with me. So yeah, I hope it's not been too boring because I've literally just been documenting every stage of getting closer to submitting the thesis. So I hope you're enjoying it. It's a bit of a random one and can you tell I'm really tired and a bit brain dead. Okay, I'm going to actually try and relax a little bit tonight since I worked until basically midnight last night. So let's check in tomorrow. Hello, good morning, happy Wednesday. This morning you're not seeing my face, but I just wanted to give you an update on what I've been up to this morning, what the plans are for the day. So it's currently 10 to 11. I have had a look over my chapter 4, my second last results chapter. I made sure everything looked fine and I made the PDF, I did the page numbers and stuff. Now we're on to chapter 5 and we're adding everything into the table of contents as we go along. But we're almost there. I believe that I can get all of this done today. So that is my plan and I will keep you updated. My to-do list is significantly shorter and it is 1:15. I'm gonna have some lunch and I'm just really not feeling motivated for this abstract, you know. It's very short, but I'm just not feeling creative for it. I need to get it done and then I can literally merge all my document together. Hello friends. It is later in the afternoon, it's 2:30 and I have finished my abstract. Is it great? It's probably the best I can make it with the way that my head is right now. And I think I have updated my table of contents, my figures list, my abbreviations list, my list of tables, all of that to the best of my knowledge. So basically this means that all of my documents are ready, and they're ready to be combined into the whole document, the one document which makes up my entire thesis. How the heck has this day and this moment come around? Anyway, in all of my excitement, I'm actually going to go for a swim first. I feel like I need to exercise. I need to let out some of this like nervous energy that I have. And then if I decide to combine everything together today, I'll bring you along this afternoon. If not, we will continue the saga tomorrow. But I think we're going to combine it when I come back from swimming. Also, just to mention, it's so annoying when I was going through my chapters and figuring out the page numbers for each of my headings and for each of my figures and so on and so forth, I was noticing little mistakes that I had made. And of course I had to go and change the Word document, then hope that it didn't change the page numbers, and then make them into PDFs again. And gosh, it's just a never-ending cycle when you notice that you've made some mistakes. And that's no doubt going to happen when I'm studying for my Viva and I'm looking over my thesis. I will probably notice many more mistakes. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the gym to have a swim. Speak to you after. Hello friends, you might be a little bit squint because I'm currently balancing my tripod on a pillow on my bed, but we are combining the PDFs together, so everything is in PDF form, and I'm using the Adobe website because you can merge PDFs together on that website. So fingers crossed it's going to work. So here we go. I've already started uploading the documents. I just need to change the order of some of them, and then let's see how long it takes to make the PDF of my whole thesis. Ooh. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have all of the files there, so now I'm going to click merge. Let me show you. Where is my PDF? Where is my PDF? Your merged PDF is ready. Download. Please work. Okay, let me save this and I'll come back. Okay, so it has downloaded now. Oh my goodness. Ah! So I think it's worked. I just want to have a look through how it looks. It's difficult to see on my laptop screen. I should really check on my computer, but I'm just having a flick through. I can't believe that it's actually all together in one document. Oh, okay. I haven't submitted it yet, so I still don't feel completely like the weight is off my shoulders, and I need to try and not look at it too much. I probably will just check, you know, if the page numbers are all in sync since I had to manually do them, and also just check that everything looks okay. And then I will do that again with my supervisor on Friday. And yeah, this is it, guys. It is basically done. I'm confused though because it says 272 pages, right? Oh no, it's fine. I was having a blonde moment there. So it says that my thesis is 272 pages. The page numbers say 245 pages, but I've got my cover page and like my declaration and my abstract and my acknowledgements, my table of contents, all of that. They don't count as like numbered pages. They are Roman numeraled pages. Yeah, so that's why I have more pages in the whole PDF than page numbers. Anyway, whatever. Yee! I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to have a flick through this, and yeah, I guess this means that tomorrow I can relax a little bit. Oh no, was my table on the wrong page? No, it's okay. It's okay. Why is that table? I feel like that table's not lined up properly. No, it's fine. I need to stop looking at this document, honestly, because I'm going to want to change so many things, and yeah, I just need to look over it once and then forget about it. But I think that's me for the rest of the day. It's 5 o'clock and I am thesis writing free, I guess. Woo! Hello, friends. Just wanted to jump on. It is Thursday today, which is kind of my first day of freedom, but not really because I'm going to submit it tomorrow. And I just remembered that I need to add something to my thesis. Well, I don't need to, but basically most theses. Oh my gosh. Most of these big books full of people's research have a quote before actually diving into the thesis. So I've been searching for some quotes today to give me some inspiration of what quote I want to put on it. So that's another thing that I have forgotten. So the thesis combining saga has not finished yet. I have just exercised, hence the exercise gear. I've been enjoying a very slow day. Feels a bit weird not really thinking about my thesis, but still kind of thinking about my thesis at the same time. And In classic Jessica fashion, I'm already feeling a bit stressed because I need to clean up my lab bench completely and my box in the cold room. I'm trying to figure out when to do that because I kind of want to be free from everything and detached from everything PhD related until my Viva, but I still have to do this. So I don't know when I'm going to go in. Next week on Monday, I have to give back my monitor and my computer and everything on the final day. So maybe I can just do everything in that day. I do have to dry some samples still. There's been things that I've just been putting off. And at this point, I'm just kind of like, I can't be bothered, but it needs to be done. So I need to find some time to do that. Maybe later this afternoon, I can go in and put the samples to dry in the freeze dryer. That is a possibility. And then I can finish it off next week. But yes, that's my thoughts of today. Probably won't see much from me today unless I go into the lab. Thesis submission day tomorrow. Woo! Hello friends, it is 5 o'clock on the same day. And I have made the mistake of my references basically in my introduction chapter as well, we're in the wrong font size, which means that it's added on an extra page, which means that I need to change my table of contents, my table of figures, and my tables list. I perhaps made the mistake of checking over my thesis one more time because I noticed this, so I'm going to be busy this evening. So I'm going to crack on with this and try and get it done. I did go to the lab, by the way, and I'm going back tomorrow. Hello friends, happy Friday. Today is the big day. We're going to submit the thesis. So it's currently 9 o'clock. I'm going to head into the lab. I'm going to meet with our postdoc Emmanuel just to explain some materials I have for an event that he's doing. And then I'm going to meet with my supervisor at 11 and then fingers crossed I get the go ahead to submit my thesis. Just want to explain because I had some people asking on Instagram whether I'm completely finished once I hand in my thesis, but no, I will not be finished. I still have to do my Viva in April, which is basically, it's the same as what they call a public defense in America. So it will be private, it will just be me, my 2 examiners, and I will give a little presentation and I will be asked questions for a few hours, and then that is when we find out if I am doctor. So this is just thesis hand-in day. The saga continues because we still have the Viva to do in April. But for now, I'm going to leave and I'll see you guys at the lab. Hello, I am just back from my meeting with my supervisor and I have got the go-ahead to submit my thesis. So I have my laptop here, I'm going to submit it. I actually need to figure out how to submit it first. I need to call my colleague. Wait 1 second. So basically all I had to do was to submit it to the graduate school by sending them an email with a PDF of my thesis and a PDF of my abstract. I've composed the email to the postgraduate school. I just want to double check that it's definitely the right email address. Yes, It is less than 20 megabytes. Okay, I'm going to press the send button. Oh my god, I'm actually scared. I have submitted my PhD thesis. Why am I crying? I'm not crying, you're crying. Yeah, I guess that's it. The thesis has been submitted. Now I just have to wait until the 14th of April for my Viva, for my defense, and then we'll find out if I am doctor. Oh, I've been feeling so emotional today. It's been building up to this moment and damn, I did it. I really did it. I have a week off now before I start my new job at the beginning of March, but I will need to come in to tidy up some things next week and to have an exit meeting at the decommissioning centre. So I'll be kind of weaning myself away from the lab slowly. Yeah, what a time. What a Friday. Friday at 11:44 and we have submitted a PhD thesis which I have done all the research for over the course of 3.5 years. Damn.